Hey, everybody. Hey. It's your girl, Precious Williams, and I am the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And I want to welcome you to Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master. So glad that you're here with me today. And today, like every Sunday, we're going in. Now, as you all know, I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. I am a serial entrepreneur, an international professional speaker, and I love teaching on all things pitching, speaking, and everything like that. And so, why should you listen to me? Why should you come to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master show? Well, today let's get into it. We're going to talk about hashtag True Tea, lies the speaking industry greats tell. Now, why is that important? And what do I even have the authority to really speak on such a topic? Yes, I do. I've been speaking professionally since I was 16 years old. Hear me when I say this. I literally just turned 42 Friday, which means I've been doing this 26 years. So I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've listened to a lot of great speakers. I listen to a lot of speakers who've literally been thrust on stages because they've done something extraordinary, not because they're great speakers, not because they can move people, but because they may have, just done something incredible. They may be the hottest Hollywood actress. They may have done this and that, but they are not speakers. And so it lulls people into this thing that anybody can be a speaker. And if we're really keeping it a buck, y'all, if we're really keeping it a buck, whatever the media focuses on, like entrepreneurship, like any other profession, it seems like, oh, everybody can do it. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. Now, why do I say that it's not true that everybody can do it? Because to do it well, anybody in the speaking industry, most people are going to find that they're not going to get paid to speak. Why? Because they're listening to people who have not gone through the things that these people are going through. So you can listen to the Les Browns and the Tony Robbins and the Lisa Nichols and I respect them all. Let me keep it a buck. I respect them all. But I really want to talk about the true tea, the lies that the speaking industry greats are telling you and how to kind of buffer against that. Now, before I begin to talk to my esteemed guest, I really want to know, are you a speaker, an entrepreneur, or both? Even if you're a corporate executive, let that be known too. I want to know who's in the audience. And I want to know from you also, what made you tune into this particular episode? As you know, I don't do things like everybody else. I am not here to tell you what you get on everybody else's show, what you get in everybody else's clubhouse or anything like that. And no, I'm not on Clubhouse. It's not that I'm being disrespectful. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have an Apple product. And I'm not going to get one just to get on Clubhouse. I think that when it really comes down to it, where your audience is, that's where you should be. But also knowing that I'm the killer pitch master. I've created my own lane. So I don't have to be where everybody else is. And I think that as entrepreneurs and speakers, once you know where you're really supposed to be, just because everybody goes there does not mean that I need to be there. Remember, as a trailblazer and a visionary, you start the trend. You don't follow. It's like that Dodge commercial. You either lead, follow, or get out of the way. So first, I want to know who's in the room. I want you to tell me if you're a speaker, an entrepreneur, or both, or if you're a corporate executive or you're just in corporate America. Let me know who I'm speaking to. And I also want to know what brought you here today to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show, and what was it about the title that really stood out to you? So let's go to my esteemed guest. Good afternoon, Alexandros. I have the very thing that everybody wants and needs. I am not sure if I understand what you mean, but I'm glad you're here. Lisa Ely, hello. Alexandros, I have solutions to end war, hunger, and poverty worldwide. I can't wait to tell the world. Okay, so I'm asking if you're a speaker, an entrepreneur, or both. And then we can get into other things, okay? I'm a quantum physicist and a cyberneticist, the inventor of fusion, general artificial intelligence faster than light travel. I'm a Marine from Roanoke, Virginia. I really do have good news for the world. Everyone would like peace, and I really have solutions. I'm an orator, an entrepreneur. Fate brought me here. Well, I'm glad, Alexandros. And so today's topic is on lies the speaking industry says. So I want to focus on that. Okay, let's see who we got. Rocky Kelly, scientist. I tuned in because I follow you and always trying to learn better how to quickly and accurately share what's important. Thank you, Rocky. I'm so glad you're here. Dr. Janet McMillan, speaker and about to become an investor in real estate. Get it, boo! So I'm really happy that you all are here today. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about some of these things, right? And so as you all know, I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. I'm an international professional speaker. I'm a corporate trainer. I speak to some of the biggest companies in the world, and I'm from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. I didn't come up with connections. I didn't grow up with having people just throw everything my way to make it easy. No, I've been through a lot of things. And so when I talk about the speaking industry, I talk about it as it is today and how it has been in the past. And I know that so many of us, we go to all of these guru events. Well, I just really want to talk about, why is it that you can listen to all these gurus, you can do everything they say, and it doesn't work out for you? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that you can go on all these clubhouses and still nothing moves the needle forward? And I have my suspicions. So I want to talk about some of the lies that I think are often told in these groups. And just get your opinion. I really want you all to hear me. Why do I call it the true tea? Because a lot of people aren't willing to tell you the truth about what really happens in the industry. They want you to, it's like making 6 figures in 6 weeks. Like, I don't know too many people who've actually done that in real life, right? I'm not saying it's impossible, but what I am saying is it takes more time than that, even to know who your market is, even to know certain things. So one of the things I want you all to understand is, I know some things are so catchy and they're so juicy and they're so delicious. And then you bite into it and you realize there's no substance. The flour and the milk and the sugar weren't all put together. You're biting into almost like an angel food cake. It has no flavor. It's because it looks good on the outside, but it has no substance on the inside. And so I definitely want to talk more and more about that. So why do I think that there are lies in the speaking industry? But just like any other industry, I think that there's so many lies about speaking, because when you see it done well, it looks easy. And what you fail to take into account is there's so many people who've been doing it so long that it has to look easy. When you do something so well, it should look effortless. But to the uninitiated, it's going to be hard. And so they're looking like, oh man, if I just it's like when people come to me for, pitching, they're always like, just give me the magic formula. And I'm like, first of all, there really isn't a magic formula. You can get the basics and you can get the foundation, but you have to still make it your own. That's why you can listen to all of these Fake Me Out Guru $97 programs and stuff like that, and realize that you haven't even scratched the surface. You haven't even scratched the surface. So I really want to go into the lies, and I want to make sure that I stay on top of my guests. I really want to know, number one, are you a speaker, or are you an entrepreneur, or how would you categorize yourself in the world? Scientist, corporate exec, wherever you are in the world. I'd love to know who I'm speaking to. And I really want to know what brought you to this particular topic, because we're going to stay on topic today, like we do every week, but we want to stay on this particular topic. And do you think the speaking industry lies? There's a lot of people in the speaking industry lying. And I'm going to give you some reasons why I know they're lying, right? And how sometimes when I hear people talk, I realize they are not getting paid to speak. They're just giving the same spiel that everybody else gives. And I'm over that. I don't know about you. Tell me if you're over it. If you're over being told to do these same things that everybody says in every group, and it's just not leading anywhere. It's because it's played and it's tired and it doesn't really work. And so, again, answer those questions and let me know if you're over it, because we're about to get in. We're about to go in. Then right, I'm about to go in. Then right, I'm about to go in. And you're watching the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. Our show today is entitled True Tea, Lies the Speaking Industry Greats Tell. So let me see what's going on with my esteemed guests. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, great. Leslie, thank you. So glad you're here. A qualified woman with big dreams and ambition. Corporate world, wanting to be an entrepreneur and speaker. God brought me to you. Thank you so much, Leslie. I'm so glad you're here. Lisa Ellie, I'm a professional artist. Your live is pushed out in app. I love it. Kelly Charles Collins, Spill the Tea says, that's my girl, Kelly Charles Collins, who is the CEO of Ladies Who Leverage. She is a diversity, equity, and inclusion expert, but she also speaks on a variety of topics and keeps companies, organizations, and foundations on the right side of the hashtag. And then we have Moreau, entrepreneur. Glad that you're here. Let me just make sure I address all of my people. Alexandros is a clever ploy to sell seats. I don't know what that's about. Cynthia Williams, to bite the apple and find out it looks good, as you say on the outside, but no substance. Thank you for speaking the truth. Cynthia, let's go in. Cynthia, I'm over the lies. I'm over it too, chick. Jack Beavers, my badass and awesome warrior. My lady precious. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping, y'all. Okay. And I know, Kelly, you're going to feel this. Number one. Here's some of the lies that the speaking industry greats will tell, right? Number one. Oh, it's easy to get booked. It's easy to get booked. Just follow my system and you'll do it. So you'll purchase the first thing. You're like, okay, this is popping, but ain't nothing working. So you'll purchase something else, and you purchase something else, and you purchase something, and it never works. Do you know the reason why? Because it's a lie. And why do I call it a lie? Why do I call it a lie? I call it a lie because anyone worth their salts will tell you that anybody can get out there and speak for free. Anybody can speak for free. But in order to get paid, it takes something more. What do you bring in more to the table? Oh, you're just saying you're a motivational speaker, you're a transformational speaker, you're this and you're that. I'm here to tell you it's a dime a dozen. You're a dime a dozen. You need to be able to stand out in a way. So here, number one, when people tell you they're out there getting booked, you see them, oh, that's whatever. Most of them are lying, or they're speaking for free and trying to sell you on a vision that's not true. They're speaking for exposure. They're speaking and getting nothing really in return because they've been sold the same thing by other people. Oh, if you get in this, you'll get paid. Oh, if you do this, you come to my network, you do this, all this is going to work out. Let me tell you what most people finally learn is that you can still be in the same group over and over again. You can be speaking with the same speakers all over again. All of you all are in the same position. You're not moving forward. And yes, it looks good to have the team, but it does not change the fact that you're not moving. So you say, oh, well, if I stay in this group and that group and we all similar, no. There's someone getting paid and it's not you. And the only reason the others aren't getting paid is with one, they're not asking. Number two, they think they should just be happy to have the exposure. But what is exposure to people who are never going to buy? They're there for the other people. They're not there for you. That's why I don't really subscribe to being in a lot of summits and stuff like that, because to be quite honest with you, I can't sit 5 days and do anything and just sit and listen to people. Like, it's different when you're at a conference, but most of us are not at conferences every day of the week. So my first thing is the reason why they're telling you that they're all these booked and busy and stuff like that, and you see things and it's all virtual and stuff like that, but it's not at like big companies, big foundations, it's not true. They're booked, but they're not paid. They may be booked to speak at every free summit all under the sun, but they cannot tell you how to get paid. Am I right or wrong? Y'all drop it in the comments. How many people come at you for free speaking engagements or for exposure speaking engagements? You do a few and nothing ever comes of it. Do you want to know why? Because it's not about you. You can have all these great people speaking and it's not about you. It's just to get more people in the seats, get you to talk about it to all your networks and stuff like that. But over time, people don't care. Because overall, the truth of the matter is you're just a cog in the wheel. There's nothing truly special about what you're doing, especially if you're doing motivational, inspirational, and transformational speaking. So don't fall for the lie. Keep it pushing. Number two, a lot of the speaking greats will tell you about things that worked in the past, but have no relevance to today. As you all know, we went through a pandemic, an economic downturn, and social unrest. That turned physical speaking engagements into virtual engagements overnight. And what got you with the physical speaking engagements won't get you with virtual. As you all know, and keep it above, y'all, keep it above. There's so many people that do not know how to present well on camera. They don't. They may be dynamic in person, but on camera, it just doesn't show up. Their passion, their energy, and their intensity just doesn't show up. And so you're bored out of your mind. And again, a lot of y'all are paying attention to people who may have done it in another room other than speaking. And now they're thrust on the stage. So you're uninspired, you're bored, and you're like, oh, I could do better than that. If you can do better than that, you show me how. Oh, being in that person's program or being in that person's program. How many people have you seen from those programs actually step up into another level? That they created their own thing that doesn't sound just like the carbon copy of their guru. Tell me the truth. Listen, don't worry, like Cat Williams, I'll wait. Hashtag True Tea. These are the lots the speaking industry greats will tell you. And so it doesn't matter how many organizations and everything, people start to regurgitate the same information. It is cool the first 2 times, and afterwards you're like, I'm bored. It's not working. Where are you actually speaking? That's outside of this realm. Are you speaking at the places that I really want to be? Are you speaking at those foundations? Are you speaking at those nonprofits? Are you speaking at those organizations? Are you getting paid for it? Because remember, I'm a professional speaker, meaning I get paid to speak. I am not a public speaker. So who do you want to be? Do you want to be paid? Or do you just want to be speaking just to be speaking? And let me ask that question to my audience. Do you want to be a paid professional speaker, or do you want to speak for free? What's going to get you closer to your goal? And I really want to know, do you want to be a paid professional speaker, or do you want to be a public speaker? You'll have more opportunities being a free speaker, but it most likely won't lead to much. And yeah, you can be booked all day long, but it's not translating into dollars into your bank account. And that's where I want to change the trajectory of the speaking industry. Can anyone be a speaker? Sure. Can anyone be a paid speaker? Now you're talking the real language of the killer pitch master. Now you're talking the real language. Let me talk to my esteemed guests and see what they're talking about. Okay. Cynthia, I'm not a professional speaker, but what you say is true for most entrepreneurs on social media. That's what I believe. Cynthia, go into a little bit of depth. What I say is true for most entrepreneurs. So they're just talking a good game, but they really are not living it. Because that's what I find. Oh, wait, hold on. I just started my speaking business, Redemption Warrior. I have only done one engagement, but I hope to get more at churches. And my first few, I will do few. That makes sense, Jack, because you're just starting. I have 26 years in this game. And so I'm not going to tell you the same things that everybody else is going to tell you, because it's not going to work. One of the things I stress to my clients, to people around me, is I want you to be on your Kanye. Throw out what you really can do, not what the guru says. Because listen, they're always going to go and get the big time gurus before they come and get you. So how do you set yourself apart? And I'm always going to say that, whether you all want to hear it or not. How do you create your own lane to where people are following you and not the guru that you've been chasing behind? Hold on. Alexandra said a Ponzi. Cynthia Williams, yes, there's a lot of schemes. Dr. Janet, paid, yes. I want to be paid, but until I get some real life experience, I will do it for free. Jack, that makes sense. You're just starting out. As a new speaker, you should be seeking opportunities just to get in front of an audience and build on your craft. You want to be able to do that. You want to be able to stand out in a crowded marketplace. But if you just, you're starting asking for any sum of money, doesn't make sense to me, because you don't know your craft yet. You don't know what you're going to say that sets the world on fire. You're not built like listen. The names of my books are Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. Do you see how that grabs you? That's very different from saying, oh, I wrote a book called The Art of the Killer Pitch. Wah, 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 wah. And that's what happens to most speakers. They're looked at like, you're a dime a dozen, so I don't have to pay you. Think about that, my peoples. Rocky Kelly, I hear it. What's going to get you closer to your goal? True. Exposure is an excuse not to pay a creator. Boom. Kelly. Jack Beavers, Jack, you do have a lot of experience having been in the Marine Corps. Don't discount that. Leverage those experiences. Value to that. See, my girl Kelly always gonna stay on point. If we do it for free, then we bathe in the abundance of the earth. That's fine. I'm not a new speaker, but doing this 26 years. So if you want to speak forever for free, then you just be a public speaker. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking to the people who want to be paid. I'm talking to the people who want to be in their zone of genius and get recognized and compensated for their zone of genius, something that they've worked on, their craft. I invest in my craft. I pay for additional training and coaching to get better and better and better. But at this point in time, just speaking freely doesn't work for me. It makes me so sad that so many people are trying to start a business being taken for money. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, Cynthia. Follow my LinkedIn page. You will see what getting paid means. Lonnie Ray, that's why you want a book. Lonnie, I didn't create my first book until I was 40 years old. I didn't have a book until I was 40, but I've been the Killer Pitch Master since 2013. So I actually created my brand before I created the book. And so when my book came out, it debuted at #1, and Forbes magazine reviewed my book and had a billboard in Times Square. So there's a lot of things that happened after I wrote the book that I was like, wow. So I didn't start off with a book, but I ended with a book. And now my third book is coming out April 13th, 2021. It's called Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency, not just cash. Doctor, everyone sees green and not grass. Off topic, but love your earrings. Thank you so much, girl. You know where I got these from? Rainbow. Oh, did I say that? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's get more into this. And before I go any further, let me just say this. Who out there understands pitching and that pitching can lead to many great opportunities? It can lead to you getting booked and busy and paid speaking engagements. It can lead to media opportunities. It can lead to more investor dollars in your company. If you've ever wanted to know that when you're networking groups and you pitch and no one says anything, or if you're just looking for pitching help and guidance, I have a free resource for you. It's called my free What's Your Next Power Pitch Quiz. And here's the link right here. If you can see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen, it's called it's called pitchingforprofit.com. So just go to pitchingforprofit.com. If someone could type that into the chat, make sure that people go and take that free quiz. You can even take it while I'm speaking today, because this is going to be on LinkedIn forever, when it populates in the system. But I'd really like you to go and see, what should your next power pitch play be? So many of us are great at what we do, we're great technicians, but we don't know how to really articulate what do we bring to the marketplace as a speaker, as an entrepreneur, as a corporate executive, as a company, as a brand, as you're launching your book, your product or service. How do you do it well? How do you bait, attract, and close on a client or customer? How do you get the big wigs to pay you any attention? Take my free quiz, and yes, you will get a free customized report which show you what you should do next, right? And yes, I'm the killer pitch master. I'm a 13-time national champion. Been on everything from Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, Forbes magazine, movies, documentaries around the world. I'm booked and busy and paid. Even now, my 42nd birthday was on Friday, and I was blessed to speak at an event for my client who is getting 2-year contracts at big companies and corporations like EA Sports. So I'm not just someone who talks a good game. Check out my testimonials on LinkedIn. I don't write any of them. Those are real testimonials from big companies, from people within those companies who consistently bring me back for more. So if you want to know how to pitch yourself to greatness, how to outwit, outplay, and outlast your competition, if you want to slay all competition, please take my www.pitchingforprofit.com quiz. Get your free customized report, and let's start you on your way to really getting out there. And for those of you who are new, who are just looking for free speaking opportunities, go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, and there's a free link that'll show you how to get free speaking engagements. Okay? So I hope that you all are loving that. I really love what I do. As a 26-year-old veteran of the speaking industry, today we're speaking about hashtag True Tea, lies the speaking industry greats will tell. They will, one, tell you that, they're out there, they're getting it, they're booked, they're all this kind of stuff, when the truth is they're not. And then you'll meet their, their, I don't want to call them disciples, but they're little minions that say the exact same thing that the guru says, but they're not getting paid. They're not really being booked and busy. They're just going from place to place to place to place, but it's not really turning out. It's not really turning into cash. It's not really turning into clients. It's not really turning into impact, right? So they're just regurgitating what they heard the big guru do, not understanding that there's so much more to speaking than just knowing how to speak. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Number two, they're utilizing tactics and techniques that worked yesteryear, but do not work in a current COVID world. So just because you were a big time speaker physically, you may struggle to find paid speaking engagements now, virtually. And so that's why I want you all to know that what worked before doesn't work now. And that's why sometimes it doesn't even resonate anymore, because you're like, that's not really working. Why is it not working? Because we're in a different time and place. Number three, the gurus will tell you that, it's so easy to get paid as a speaker. It's so easy. Just do these sort of things. Knowing that they don't do, that's not how they got there. A lot of times, a lot of people get where they get by the relationships that they have to other places, right? And so they're not always out there pitching. But when you're new, you need to be able to do that. You need to be able, like if you ever get on a plane again, if you're in a supermarket, to be able to say things to get people's eyes perked up. So they're like, oh, wow, I like that. I happen to be in Whole Foods one day, and my book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only, was about to come out. And I just happened to be fat mouth and talking about St. Louis, and a woman who's the CEO of a big company here in New York, she heard me. And she was like, "Oh, you from St. Louis? I'm from Missouri." So we got to talking. She was like, "Yo, can I get that book though?" And then we got with each other on LinkedIn, and she bought a lot of the books. So think about that. People will pay. I promise you, you can get paid to speak. But how do you know how to utilize your resources to make it happen? So yes, I want you to have a great pitch. I want you to have a speaker one. I want you, if you have a media kit, but also how do you utilize that? Because they'll leave it right there. Oh, you can get paid to speak. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that doesn't sound like a regurgitated mess that everybody else does? I show you how to truly utilize your relationships, how to find the diamonds in your true backyard. You don't have to use my diamonds if you don't want to. Maybe you have diamonds in the backyard that you've never considered. So instead of just, okay, I'm gonna buy this course, this course, this course, this course, what has been working for you and what's not working? If just sitting watching courses isn't working, what else can you do? Start talking to the people in your network. Start reaching out to your VIPs. Start looking into your LinkedIn actual contacts. Who the hell do you really know? Do they know you? Start talking to them. This isn't about selling right now. It's not about buy my shit, buy my shit. It's not about that. I'm telling you that people, companies, corporations, nonprofits, and foundations do pay. How do you approach them? Do you approach them through a warm introduction? Do you impress them with an impressive pitch through their messaging? Do you have someone who could just make a call and make it happen? That's how it happens. It's in tandem. It's not just one thing. It's every little thing in tandem. And once the momentum starts, you just keep using it. You keep using it. So you can be in this group, and you can be in this group, and you can be in this group. But you must have a diversity of groups. It can't just be, if you're Latina, Latinx, go into some of the other affinity groups. Hell, go into groups where there might not be that many of you, and you can introduce them to the flavor and the flavor and the funk that you bring that's different from other speakers. They may not even have speakers in their networks that talk about the things that you talk about. They may not even have entrepreneurs who do what you do, but because you're new and they don't know, you can bless them with that. See, you need to take advantage of every opportunity. It's not just one thing, it's a combination. And the lots the speaking industry will tell you is it all boils down to just a pitch, or it all boils down to, what you put in someone's inbox or what you say to networking group. Remember, you must have a strategic approach. It is not one thing. So you can listen to the lies and think it's one thing. I'm here to tell you, you have to have a strategic approach and be firing at all cylinders. And that's why I tell you, you don't need to be everywhere. But you do need to have a presence in certain places so people know, as you stay consistent, that they can trust you. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Am I firing on all cylinders? Let me know in the comments. Y'all ready? Because we're still going to go in. And I know I've had you for almost 30 minutes, but these are the things that I impress upon you when you come to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I'm not here for the lies. I'm not here for the BS. I'm not here for fluff. I want to share with you that speaking, this is my industry. This is my field. And I take it seriously. And I want people who come in to take it seriously too. Maybe not as serious as I do, but to know that everybody can't do this. Everybody can't get paid. Everybody, and yeah, I said now everybody can. Because some people aren't serious. And I'm serious as cancer about this. I'm serious. I'm serious about coming from poverty and being where I am today. And I work to get here. I'm not mediocre, and neither are you. So you can listen to some of these people giving you this mediocre BS. Or you can be like, yo, I'm about to go all in. So I want to know in the comments, y'all ready? Because we can still go forward. I think I got 3 more to go, and we going in, okay? Let me see from my peeps. And don't forget, if you really want to take my pitch quiz, is a free. What's your power pitch? What's your next power pitch play? Go to www.pitchingforprofit.com and let me know in the comments if you're ready for the last 3, and then we going in, okay? All right. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Lonnie says, Ray, boom, what a title. Thank you, Lonnie. You like the title? Tell me why. What's in it for me? Everybody wants something. I do. Darling, the universe pays in green grass, green leaves. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's calling, and I'm not sure. Usually nobody calls. Hold on, y'all. I apologize. That never happens. That never happens. Okay. Totally aware. Pitching for profit that time. Thank you, Lonnie Alexandros. Everyone wants world peace. My pitch sells itself. Hashtag the second renaissance. Alexandros, a true epistemological rupture. Happy birthday. Thank you. Jack Beavers. My girl Precious needs to become my speaking coach because I've been following her since I started on LinkedIn. She's a real deal. I am a speaking coach, darling. Yakov. Great. This is awesome, Precious. I'm so glad you're here, Yakov. Katrisa. Thank you for putting it. Pitchingforprofit.com. Thank you, Katrisa. So glad you're here. Correct. Okay. Lonnie. 100%. You have to learn to sell from the stage too. You better believe it. I'm telling you, y'all, like this, my phone does not do this all the time. I must be putting a fire under some people's belly because now they're starting to come in. Y'all know how they start to come in and make you feel like you can't be talking about things. Well, hold on just a second. Oh, I'm sorry, that was my dentist. They want to do the surgery early. Y'all know I'm scared. Y'all know it's just a skirt. So at the end of the day, yes, you have to learn how to sell from the stage, but you can sell virtually too. Am I right? Am I right, Lonnie? You can learn how to, wait, I just have to put this on silent. I'm so sorry, y'all. Vibrate. Okay. You have to learn how to sell from the stage too. Yes. Barbara Washington, keep doing a great job. Barbara Washington, I'm so happy to see you. Y'all, Miss Washington has known me since I was probably 15, 16 years old. That's how long she's known me. So she's seen the trajectory of my career from speaking as a teenager to now being 42 years old and being an international professional speaker. And just doing what I'm doing as a killer pitch master, as a corporate trainer, as a killer pitch master. So thank you, Miss Washington. And truly, the sky's the limit. Tina Williams, unapologetically bold. That's what we do, Tina. Tina said, I'm ready. Andrea Pomar, hello from Saskatchewan, Canada. Hey, Andrea, how are you? I'm coming to you from Brooklyn, New York. And you know, I was just in Halifax, Nova Scotia in March of last year. So the year before I've been in Halifax, and then last year I was in Halifax on International Women's Day. And hopefully, you know, when the COVID dies out or dies down, I can come back to Canada. Chicken says, all eyes on you. Lonnie, how else are you going to get your course sold? You have to be, yes, and that's true. Also, Lonnie, you know, you hear people say, here's another thing. You have to have this big email list, right? And I know we hear it all the time. You have to have this big email list. Would y'all be surprised to know my email list isn't that big? No, and I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. It's not. I don't have 10,000 people. Matter of fact, I don't even have 5,000. So you're probably wondering, how am I in business? How do I sell digital courses? How do I get booked and busy and paid by some of the biggest companies in the world? How do I do that? What is my zone of genius? I'm the killer pitch master. I understand PR. I understand getting media attention with little to no budget. I understand how to do a lot of things very well when it comes to communication. So you can believe a lot that everything about you needs to be big. You have to have big Facebook follow, big Instagram, big TikTok, big, and some of us just don't have that. But I need you to start where you are and blossom. Like, yeah, it's great that they have all of that, but you don't know if that's really converting, right? You can have all the biggest numbers in the world and it's not converting. So don't believe the lies. All right. Lonnie, great words of success, my friend. Thank you. Every appearance is a stage. You better get it, Lonnie. You better get it, Lonnie. Hold on. Is that everybody? Hold on. Let's make sure. Okay. So, all right. So let's get back to this. Wait. Okay. Here's another one. Number 5. If you are in such and such as network or in that such and such as network, then everything about speaking will come easily. Oh, they just flow to you so easily. They just come out of the woodwork. Those $50,000 speaking gigs. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. You know it, and I know it. It's a lie. I know it. You know it. If you're going to start getting opportunities like that just based on you purchasing one small item, it's not going to work. I promise you. You have to pay to play. And so if you got the kind of money, go for it. But if you don't, what are other ingenious ways that you can get your name out there? How do you get noticed by the big boys when they only really mess with people who are at their level? That's why I tell you, create your own lane. Really, how do you speak about yourself? Are you just a graphic designer? Are you a service-based professional? Do you only use the language that or terms of art in your profession? Break the mold. Why? Like when I tell you bad bitches and power pitches, that broke the mold for me because up until then, people were just like, oh, pitching, that's all you need for Shark Tank. No, you need pitching every day of your life. And I wanted to show how you use pitching how you pitch every day. Because once you start to educate people on that they pitch every day, now they start to see how they really need you. Now they understand how you're able to book speaking gigs. Now they understand how you're able to get into a CEO's inbox without going through every gatekeeper. Baby, this is serious. And I want you all to know that this is very, very serious what we're talking about today. So again, we're going over hashtag true tea, the lies the speaking industry will tell you. And number 6, everyone says, everyone will say like do this and that because they know each other, right? Like, so do this because she said it, do this, and we all love that feedback. We all love that sort of thing. But at the same time, does it really resonate with the message you're trying to get out? So I'm bad bitches and power pitches. I speak to unapologetic women. I speak to a certain segment of women. I don't speak for all women. So when you come out, the lie that they'll tell you is you can speak to everyone. My question is, do you really want to? Am I safe for television? I'm not safe for speaking to kids about what I'm teaching women who are 35 to 59. Who plays in the zone that you play in? If you want to learn how to write a children's book, you wouldn't come to me. If you want to learn how to be an HR professional, I'm not the one to seek. I can teach you how to get in there, but that's not me. My zone of genius is showing women how women entrepreneurs, speakers, corporate executives, Fortune 500 sales teams, how to really craft the message that attracts, and closes the deal. But if the person that you've been, loving as a guru doesn't speak to the same market or doesn't teach you how to get into that particular market that you're in, it's a lie. Not everything is for everybody. So when you go to networking groups and say, "Hey, I want to work I can work with everybody," that's a lie. You can't. If you sell lawn care, if you do that, you don't sell to everybody. So be very, very clear that when you're entering the speaking industry, and as you start to learn where you most resonate, who your clients are, you do the gap analysis, you make sure that your business is steady. One of the things you also start to learn is the thing that you think will be your best seller won't be. It'll be something else you didn't even expect. For me, when I started pitching, I just thought that people would just buy pitching. No. When I started talking about hashtag rockstar confidence, when I started talking about the building principles, the foundation of speaking, people started to understand. Because in order to pitch, they're like, I can't pitch if I don't know how to speak well, if I don't have the confidence to be able to do it. And I want you all to think about that. So let's go back to, if you really want to learn how to pitch, or if you really want to learn the basic foundations of how to really get out there, don't forget to take my free quiz, www.pitchingforprofit.com. You get a free customized report. Did you hear what I said? It's a free customized report that'll tell you how to move forward. Whether you're launching a book, a business, a brand, a product, a service, whether you're just putting yourself out there, what should you be saying in your social media posts? How do you really want to create your own lane? And that's true tea. And number 6 or 7, you belong on every platform. Every platform is where you should be as a speaker. So now the Clubhouse is big and everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants to send everybody invites. You should be there. My question goes back to, where are your people? And even if some of your people are on Clubhouse or any of these other platforms, where are the bulk of them? I don't have an Apple product, right? So I'm not on Clubhouse. Am I running around here scared, crying? No. I can't be everywhere, nor do I choose to be. And as my girl Kelly Charles Collins always says, if you're exclusive, you're exclusive. Exclusive doesn't mean you need to be everywhere. You don't need to be at every pitch summit. You don't need to be at every summit. You don't need to be at everybody's online event. You don't need to be doing this challenge. You don't need, listen, time is too short and life is too short and time is too sweet for you to be everywhere. So spend your time and your resources on the places where your people are or where you're hoping to develop a following. I do not spend all my time on Instagram. I do not spend all my time on Twitter. It's LinkedIn. Probably 90% is LinkedIn. The other one is Facebook. That's where my people are. And although Clubhouse is the place to be right now, and maybe I'll go on there. Right now, I choose not to. And that's okay, because remember, I'm a rule breaker, I'm a trailblazer, and a visionary. I don't follow trends, I set them. And so if that's your type of personality, find the tribe that fits your vibe. And it can be anywhere. You don't have to feel like you have to be everywhere everybody wants you to be, because remember, your clients may not be there. And not only that, if you don't want to be there, you don't have to be. Remember, you're creating your own business. And I think sometimes we forget As we're watching all the gurus and and the things that they have a lot of people working for them. If that's not where you are, then don't put yourself through the unnecessary thing of having to be everywhere. When people find you, that's like, even though I send out newsletters, most people respond to my video messages. And so had my coach and I said, hey, Precious, you're more dynamic in video than you are in written form. I would never know to send out bomb messages. And because I do that, people respond. I ask a question, I'll get like so many emails, responses back, and I love it. So do you want people to be engaged with you, or do you want to spend your time on everything? You don't have that kind of time. You're running a business. You're building your brand, your book, your product, or service. And so I want you to know that when hashtag True T lies at the Speaking Grace will tell you that you go through this and you see firsthand that not everything should resonate with you. Not everything's going to resonate with you. So you don't have to do everything that every speaking guru tells you. Sometimes think about that quote, I took the road less traveled, and that makes all the difference. So do you want to be average, random, or ordinary? Or do you want to be extraordinary? And let me ask that question of my esteemed audience. Do you want to be average, random, or ordinary? Or do you want to do the extraordinary? Because if you want to do the extraordinary, you can't do what everybody else is doing. I promise you. So let me talk to my esteemed guests and see what they're talking about. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay. Lonnie, right? You need to have an angle if you want to have an edge. Boom! Drop it, Lonnie. Jack Beavers. Do you have some snippets of your speaking gigs on your website for people to view? Do you put some of your speaking gigs on YouTube for people to see? Yes. So on YouTube, I'm Precious L. Williams, and you can see some of my speaking gigs on my actual YouTube. I have so many videos, so you're gonna have to look through and see some of them, and some of them I have unlisted because some people pay for that, pay for those kind of trainings. And so you'll see me, sometimes you'll see me speaking at different organizations. Also on Facebook, if you ever look back, like you'll see when I was at LinkedIn, you'll see me speaking at Federal Reserve Bank. So some of the things I have online, everything I don't post is online for everyone. Remember, sometimes you've got to remember you're exclusive. So everybody shouldn't see everything that you're doing or how you move in every way, right, Jack? Everybody shouldn't be able to see how you move. There's some things I do I can't put on social media. So when they hit, it's like, whoa, I didn't know that was even possible. So yes, so some things are on my YouTube, some things are on LinkedIn, some things are on my social media, but not everything. And I don't want everything I've ever done, because some things that people will do is they'll steal it and say it's theirs, and it's not. Lonnie says, grow rich in your niche. Hey, how about this, Lonnie? You can ignite your pitch to dominate your niche, and niches make you riches. Barbara, Martin Matthews turns 96 years old on February 16th, and I will be 66 years old on March 16th. Send me an autographed book. My address can be. I got you, Miss Washington. Now, Miss Washington, the name of the books are Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only. I promise you, that's probably the only thing you're gonna read in there. That's probably gonna make you clutch your pearls. But they're great business books. So I'll go on T-Bags and I'll get your address, and I'll send you my book, and I'll also send you my workbook. Thank you so much. 66, you gone, girl. Look at you looking all cute. Kelly, I belong everywhere I am, but I don't belong everywhere. But I do believe you belong in Clubhouse. See, my girl's always gonna keep coming. Kelly, I love you. Jack Beavers, can someone invite me to Clubhouse, please? Kelly says, so actually, you know I am. Stand out with your brand out. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, everyone, if you like this particular episode, hashtag True T, lots of speaking to True Grace Tell, please come back every Sunday. I go over, we cover pitching tactics, tips, and techniques. We also talk about communication skills. We also talk about speaking, how to get booked, busy, and paid. But we also talk with our esteemed guests, because they often offer such great and insightful advice. You can hear a lot of different things, and it only takes that one person that's really going to set it up. So if you enjoyed today, please like, comment, and share it with your network. Put the person's name in the comments and why they should listen. And don't forget to take my free quiz, which is www.pitchingforprofit.com. If you want to learn more about I have a training called Pitch Slap. So the Pitch Slap series is $97 on inclusion.co. And it's a 5-part training series that shows you how to, like, if you've been struggling with your sales, if you've been struggling with your pitching, you can go and check out my 5-part video training series and really learn how to pitch slap your pitch and your speaking opportunities. Okay. And finally, there is a free event happening from January 25th to the 29th. It's called the Win 2020 Challenge. And it's going to have a variety of great speakers who are not just talking the same noise you keep hearing. Oh, no. It's going to be a free event. It's for 5 days. You can get registered for free at www.win2021challenge.com. And you can just sign up for free, and you'll get all the recordings for free and everything like that. Would love to see you in the room. And if you can't make it, you just get the recordings, okay? Again, my name is Precious Williams. I am the Killer Pitch Master. I'm so delighted to come to you every weekend, every Sunday, with a new perspective on the speaking industry, on communications, on coaching, on consulting. Does anyone have any questions before I go? Again, every Sunday is something new. It's something juicy for you to dip your toe into, and to understand that there are some of us who really teach and train, and there are some of us who just regurgitate information. I don't regurgitate, and I don't have to. So I want you all to create your own lane. I want you to ignite your pitch to dominate your niche. I would love for you to take my free pitching quiz. Also, I have a pitch slap, which is training for getting your pitches together and to get your sales together. And then there's my free event, which is the Win2021challenge.com. And finally, let me ask this question. I'm thinking about creating merchandise for Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, and also for Pitch Please, for Pitch Slap, and for Perfect Pitches by Precious. If you're interested in merchandise, tell me what type of merchandise are you interested in? Cups, mugs, t-shirts, lapel pins, brooches, jewelry. Let me know what you're interested in, and we'll see what we put together. But I really want to see if there's interest. So many people have been asking me, but I definitely want to know from my LinkedIn family, what are some of the things that you would be delighted to see, like some merch from me from? Remember, we do Pitch Slap, and that's going to be my conference coming up in September 2021. We do Pitch Please, and then, we do a lot of great and crazy things. And we're unapologetically us at all times. And I love, love, love you all. Let me see what my crew is saying. Okay, let's see. I can't wait. I'm registered. I can't with you. Do it. I'll buy everything. All that and more. See, I can't with you. Tina, I love you. Hi, great to see you. Hey, Dr. Janice, how are you, love? Let's see. Okay. Crew next. Great. Oh, wait. Bravo. Great value. You rock. Andrea, crew next to say, Pitch Slap, Pitch Slap. Yes. Lonnie, great to have you here. Jack Beavers, be you on purpose all day, every day. If you all love being here, thank you so much. I always take more than 30 minutes now. I've had 48 minutes of your time. Thank you all so much. When I get finished with these, I usually send them over to my YouTube, and that'll show up on tomorrow. So if you like this session, please like, comment, and share it with your others. Please take my quiz and just show up every Sunday. Come with some questions, because I do answer. I do like to make it interactive, even though it's StreamYard. And I definitely want you all to take something every Sunday into your new week. I love you all. I thank you all for sharing your love with me and everything. Lonnie says, I can help you do merchandise. Thank you, Lonnie. Hit me up. Tina, shirts, jewelry, cup stock. That's what I'm talking about. Martha said, a pin, please. Thank you, Martha. And Martha, thank you for coming earlier this week with me, too. I definitely was glad you were there. Tina says, calendar. Thank you all. I love you all. This is your girl, Precious Williams. You're with the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master Show, which is live every Sunday on LinkedIn on Sundays. I'm so glad to have you. I'm also the CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious, and I teach the art and the science of the killer elevator pitch, media pitch, investor pitch, speaker pitch, and interview pitch. If you've already seen the rest, now you'll see the best. Oh, Tina says keychains. Martha says calendar. Lonnie says, I love the way you bring it with the high vibe and rhyme. Lonnie, I thank you too. Keep coming back. And then we have Tina, planners, journals. And then Jack says, I need a website and examples of my speaking before I try to start getting speaking engagements? The truth is, Jack, I was speaking before websites were even in fashion. Sometimes what you'll find is if you go against the grain, you can still make it. Remember, I started pitching before I even knew what pitching was, and I got on national television. got on national television without a website, created something that was so very janky for back in the day. Even today, you'd be surprised. Most people don't go to my website. They come to LinkedIn and they book me. And I think that's so interesting. People aren't even at my website. Maybe some people go to my YouTube. So if you don't already have it or you don't have the funds, don't let that stop you from your destiny. Sometimes what you have to do is get more creative. And so what I mean to you, and I know Kelly Charles Collins, Ladies Who Leverage, will understand that, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing because they're spending too much time on things that don't make money. So what you'll do is you focus on one thing, you keep focusing on that till you get that to work, and then you keep moving. I didn't have everything when I got started, but that didn't stop me from starting. So the journey of 1,000 steps begins with the first one. If you don't have $50 million to get things done, you start where you are, you get creative, you utilize your network, and you keep it moving. Don't let the lack of finances stop you from the vision that God gave you. Okay? I love you all. Let me see. Planner and merch. Thank you all. Love you. Mwah. Don't forget to like, comment, and don't forget to like, comment, and share this with others. Do know that I also have Pitch Please, which is my newsletter that comes out once or twice a month. So you can look for that under Pitch Please. And just know I love you all. Let's kick ass this week. I'm 42. Let's go.